Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the UNLV Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Rebels will put total leather and will get started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Clements. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. So Texas Tech's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. Wide receiver going in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Gets it to the back. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Red Raiders come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Gets it out quickly. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Red Raiders with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
To do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it on the right. Running free. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the UNLV Rebels offense will have its first possession of the game. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now,
oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
heck yeah, Reese, the bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every single game. So you know this league is tough. You know there's always a lot of points scored. You know there's playoff implications possibly down the road. So this team's got to continue to stay on course and continue to do what they've been doing.
No doubt about it. All their goals spill out ahead of them right now in play. The thing they've been really good at doing, outside of just being a talented football team and showing up, is that they've got their head where it needs to be every single week. Doesn't matter who they're playing at an extremely high level, just taking it one game at a time. They got to do it again today.
On third down, he drops to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Grimes. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense hauls it in, the first down and more. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he showed you the arm talent on the throw.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
He's going for a big play downfield. Brings it down on the right side. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. And the Rebels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The 12th play of this drive, the defense trying to dig in on third and goal. Finds his big tight end. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Rebels. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Flips it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. And the Red Raiders with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. First play of the period, first down here. Looking downfield on first down. They'll run the screen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. Got some room to run. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The inside handoff. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hart. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, UNLV.
And how about this offensive line? Third and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball. They got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Washington notched a victory in enemy territory, and though it wasn't a dominant win, I'd argue any win away from Husky Stadium is worth its weight in gold. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Smashes him with the stiff arm.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Looking to throw on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on third and long from the 41. Unloads it left. Complete downfield. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Conway. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. That's caught. It's Robbins. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. Gonna take a shot. It's a big stride inside the 10. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments.
Timeout, Texas Tech.
The Rebels have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Rebels! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Now, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the point after is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Turning it on. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And sometimes you go, man, what a play by that guy. He carried people, or he broke tackles, or his speed. And that time I'm like, Palmer, where is the defense?
I think it's too many guys being selfish, David. I think it's guys getting out of their gap. Everyone's trying to be a me guy, a hero, get the stat, maybe get the sack, get upfield. But you've got to play team defense. 11 guys doing their job. They did not get it done there.
Zips it out to his man. Oh, he's getting ahead of... Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback, because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish a first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he made the extra point without problem. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Conway. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Might be changing the route. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Throws to the tight end. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Here's a heat, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
And the Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in a half. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Vegas. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. The give on the counter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Red Raiders will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Rebels.
What a way to seize momentum here. You start the second half, you take the first kick back to the house. Great blocking and an awesome job in the open field, making people miss and showing you the speed on that return. Wow.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner goes down. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. It's complete on the right side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Gadecki. They'll pick up the 1st down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw.
There he goes. Quick step and go. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. The Red Raiders kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work.
Let's go! Let's go!
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. And the Red Raiders pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, give on the inside. Plows through the defense. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense, keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Leaves it with the back. Good blocking, good running, pickup of 6 out to the 30. The Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off play action. Still looking, on the move. On the move to the right and looking for a big one.
I know that one hit the ground, but you haven't seen that a lot. He completed over 70% of his throws in their last game. He's over 80% in this game. My old offensive coordinator, Sean Payton, used to say, bore me with completions. This guy will put you to sleep.
Pocket breaking down. Hit as he throws.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the...
Oh, he's got some space. Got some room entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Motion from the wideout. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The offense changing the play. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Sends it downfield. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Man, those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Great place to start for this offense. Out of the gun, they give to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
Texas Tech, 28.
Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And I don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
A shot toward the end zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
They'll try the right side. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. Brings into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to adjust the pattern. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Going deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Got him downfield. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he's...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Dumps it to the back. That's caught. It's Conway. Running through contact. Touchdown, Rebels. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. He has to take care of the football on this drive. You just can't survive throwing 3 picks in a game. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Back to pass. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
In this moment of the game, late, you need your quarterback to be playing his best football. This is when you need him to be the most accurate and to make the best decisions, and he has not yet completed a throw here in the 4th quarter. That is bad news.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Rebels offense is back on the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, UNLV. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Swings it out to his running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college.
Turning it on. The 30. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
Smashes it through for the PAT. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Wake Forest. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know unloads it downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on first down. Under fire. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz. He sees.
Looking for the end zone. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders. 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Just a short pass to the tight end. At the 45 on its way. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Rebels just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going with the counter play here. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle, it's Robbins. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Just 1 for 3 on 4th down so far in this one, but they'll stay on the field and try to convert here. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. He's taking the deep shot. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll try the run. What a play behind the line. It'll be an 8-yard loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they come to the line on 2nd down, ordinarily you might go up top, but they need to keep this one on the ground, keep that clock winding. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try.
Throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone on a 36-yard touchdown pass. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for a big gain. He caught it. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. The Red Raiders will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Lets it fly. Just about picked off in the end zone, and that would have put a stop to this scoring threat. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that is a play you've got to make as the defender. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got a chance to secure the win with the interception, and you put it on the ground. Missed opportunity.
One more play to pad the stats. Second down, they'll go to the air. He wants it all. And here's the fifth interception by this quarterback. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
Now we'll put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.